What's happening, guys? Lawson here. Beautiful morning out. It's about in the low 70s, like really starting to feel like Florida winter, and it's just like couldn't be nicer out right now. So today's video is sponsored by Mystery Tackle Box. If you don't know what Mystery Tackle Box is, they're a subscription-based company that sends a box to your door every single month with a random assortment of lures in it. They do saltwater boxes, bass fishing boxes, panfish, ice fish, a bunch of different boxes just for you. And if you aren't signed up, there's a code down below that you can get your first box for only like $5, I think. I think they're a great product, and they've been one of my longest supporters. Actually, they are my longest supporter and sponsor of this channel. Really great company. It's an awesome way to find new lures that you haven't used before, or if you're trying to get into a new type of fishing, presenting you with different lures that you might not think to buy, or showing you just different types of lures that are out there. Highly recommend it. Go down below, click the link, and you can get your first box. So yeah, go do that. It's like a super typical winter morning right now, and we're gonna be looking for snook, redfish, and pompano. Those are kind of the game plans right now. We're gonna throw a lot of artificial shrimp, might throw some goofy jigs, some small suspended jerk baits, but we're gonna hop up front and just start slinging and see if we can get into some fish. Alrighty, we're gonna start off throwing the greatest lure of all time. That would be just an artificial shrimp. Start off throwing this one right here. Have a few different ones with me we might shuffle through, and some that were actually sent to me in my mystery tackle box I haven't tried before. I'm looking forward to trying. Kind of the game plan today is we're going to be fishing some flats, looking for reds and snook, and then we'll also fish the flats and the drop-offs, looking for pompano probably in a little bit here. The idea is during the winter time, when it's a little cooler out, snook will push up into these really shallow areas like you can see in front of me, especially as it gets warmer, and they'll get up on top of these sandbars and try to sun themselves to warm up, because snook just don't like the cold. And redfish will do the same thing, but they are not as afraid of the cold as snook are, but they'll be pushing up looking for bait, getting some sun, and hopefully we can stick one of those two bad boys. There's the fish. Little micro snook. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I just felt like the tiniest little dunk and slammed him. I thought it was gonna be a mangrove snapper that was just gonna miss or something. Just a cutie. Right now, this time of year, it's like you have like a perfect situation to do a little bit of, I'd call it finesse fishing almost, where throwing smaller swim baits and artificial shrimp are better this time of year than almost any time. And you can catch fish on those baits year long. Like if you guys watch my channel, I'm always throwing artificial shrimp. I'm always throwing little tattletales. But right now, especially during the winter time, I find that bigger snook and big reds, big trout, all the big fish inshore, instead of trying to find these big giant meals that fill them up, they're looking for small meals like artificial shrimp and little like glass minnows and small finger mullet to eat that don't require a lot of energy expenditure. And it's cold, they want to do as little movement as they can. I find that this time of year you have a higher chance of catching a bigger fish throwing a small bait than really any other that's got hit right there, than any other time of year. And so it's a good time to go out and throw those small baits, because the fish are lazy, and you just work really slow, work your bait slow, and just try to drag this across a fish's face, and you might find a freaking 40-inch snook throwing a 3-inch shrimp. It's really cool. And I mean, the fights are insane when you hook a bigger fish on this super light spinning gear. It's so much fun. Spots like this right here are like what you are looking for, like kind of a little open area, but there's cover on each side. Your bigger fish will definitely kind of be holing up in something like that, where there's a nice sand spot providing warmth, but there's structure on each side so they feel secure and safe. And as the day heats up, we'll not be surprised at all if we start finding fish hiding in spots like that. It's still early, so they might be tucked up a little in the mangroves, or they might even be off out in the channel edges, kind of hanging in some deeper water. But as the day goes on, I think spots like this should probably produced pretty decent for us. Ooh, I just spooked something when that landed in there. Let's get a little elevation here, see what's going on. Hey, pelican. Oh, big eat up there. Look at that. Let's go, let's go. That blue heron saw it too, and he's like, ooh, let me get in on that stuff. I'm gonna assume whatever that was eating a bait fish, not a shrimp. Things don't eat shrimp that loudly. So I'm gonna put this down really quick, pick up this twitch bait I have tied on here. Let's see if we can get in on it. Oh, wow, what was that? That was such a weird eat. Holy cow. I was just pulling that thing across the sandbar and I see something come up and slam the crap out of it. I'm not really sure what it was. Get your head up. I think I have an appropriate feeling what this is, but who would have guessed? The good old man. Little Crevalle. I don't think any fishing session's complete without one of these guys coming to hang out and play, man. Real quick, something I just thought of after catching that jack on this twitch bait right here. I have made a holiday fish list on Carl's Bait and Tackle. You probably heard me talk about it the past few videos, but you can save an additional 10% on top of the 20% you already saved being a Carl's Club member on a bunch of baits that I've selected, and this is one of them that's on there. So if you guys want to pick up some of these baits, it's a really good time to get some good deals. Basically, like for early Black Friday shopping, Carl's Bait and Tackle is opening it up. So I'll leave a link down for that below and save a bunch of money and pick up some good baits. I've selected a lot of like my favorite stuff I like to throw on that list, so go check it out. Oh, there's a snook. Oh, I didn't even see that fish. Ooh, God, I'm going berserk. There's another little one, but that's all right. Wow, that's incredible. That fish just broke my line when I flipped him into the boat. It's insane that even these tiny ones have such powerful, abrasive mouths. Look at that. I'll give her a quick little pop. Man, well, after that maybe being generous 13-14 inch snook that was like maybe a pound chewed through my 20-pound leader, we've upgraded to 30 here. That's one of the crazy things about snook, man, is that even the little ones' mouths are so abrasive that they can rub through leader if you hook them too deep. And if we hook a big fish, we're gonna have to play him very, very light. I've had snook over 30 inches fray through 60-pound mono. Like, sometimes there's just not any beating these fish unless you're running a 100-pound mono, which we definitely cannot do on light spinning gear. So if we hook a big one, we'll be in for a fun ride and get to work them and stuff like that, which is, I think, one of the best parts about running some light gear is working a fish and fighting them light. All right, let me show you what I rigged up here. Basically very similar, but just a different idea behind it. This is a Z-Man Greasy Prawn, I believe it's called, and I put it on a weighted swim bait hook to something that's weedless that I can really, really get up in these mangroves and not get worried about it. I feel like especially the redfish and snook are hanging really tight in the mangroves, so I want to be able to throw something that's weedless that I can get up there and be a little bit risky with, kind of, and not worry about getting snagged. So that is the game plan. Like, I want to be able to see stuff like this where it's all these little mangrove branches coming down and be able just to whip one up in there and bounce it around through all those branches. Oh, there's a fish. I don't know what that was, but I was just like twitching it right along that mangrove line or that stump and just saw, oh, it's a little snook. Little snook. Oh man, I've been looking for the big one of these guys and we have not found them. We've been playing around in the nursery. That's okay. Beautiful little guy. Just absolutely scarfed that shrimpy. Oh gosh, that snook thumped the crap out of it. Holy crap. Go. Jesus. There's another guy. About the same size as they've all been, but that one, oh wow. All the other ones have been like, oh, feeling the bite, feeling the bite. That sucker freaking creamed. I thought that was gonna be a big fish. All right, here's what I'm thinking. Here's the game plan. It is, let me check, 10:30 in the morning right now. I've been fishing these flats and they've been, you know, producing some small snook, but nothing too crazy. So I think I'm gonna make a big run to a new spot, and in between the runs, I'm probably gonna stop and grab some lunch on the water here. And we're gonna see if we can close out the day and spend about an hour and a half or so really trying to sight cast a big snook sunning himself on the flats. And by big snook, I just mean maybe anything over 25 inches I'll be happy with. But if we can catch a big one like over 28, over 30, I would be over the moon. But we're gonna make a big run here and see if we can find some grub and then find some snook or a big red, and we'll be in good order. Here's the game plan. I'm gonna stick with the shrimp for the moment, but if I see a big fish and he turns down the shrimp, then I'm gonna switch to something different, like a bait fish profile probably. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Snook right here, like right next to my boat. Ooh, denied me. That was a good one. It's like a mid-20s probably. Oh my gosh, what the heck? I haven't even talked about what I was doing yet. I just tied on a freaking twitch bait and this monster mangrove snapper just came out and crushed it. I literally just flicked it like casually next to this dock and this thing came out and hammered it. That's actually a dog snapper, but that's hilarious. Okay, well that works. Anyways, I was about to say that I tied on a twitch bait to try to throw around to see if it would work, and I literally just like went like this, like that next to the dock. I didn't even twitch it, and that snapper came out and ate it. We'll try this. These are great baits when it's like a little cool out because you can work them pretty slow and you can work them pretty shallow water too. So we're gonna just keep our big snook dream alive here and keep cruising and looking, and we're probably gonna fish for another hour or so, see if we can make it happen, and then we'll call it. But I feel it. Like I feel like we can pull a big one off, man. Oh wow, good snook right next to the boat. Oh, he's looking at my twitch bait. Oh, son of a gun. There's like a 28, 30-inch snook just swam right next to my boat. And I just like, I don't even know where he came from, man. It's just all of a sudden he was like right next to my boat. And I threw my twitch bait down in front of him and twitched it once, and he went, and I twitched it again and he turned a complete 180. And then I double twitched it and he went, and zipped out of there. Son of a gun. That was a good fish. Real good fish. Oh gosh. Nice snook, better one. I was full speed reeling that in. Oh, nice. Yeah, finally a better one. Ooh, come on, baby. Gosh, he hit that like going full force. I did not expect that at all. Oh yeah. Oh jeez. I cannot believe how hard this fish is going on this light tackle right now. Ooh, that felt really weird. Let's see if we can get this fish landed. I felt like my hooks were shifting in his mouth. Damn it, that was so funny. I'm sitting there fighting that fish and he shakes his head down there and I could feel what it felt like my hooks coming unhooked and then rehooking back into his mouth. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. I'd put that fish right like 25, 26 inches, a pretty good size one. But we'll keep throwing anyway, see if we can plug even bigger one. That was so cool, man. I mean, I was reeling that full speed and he just hammered this little twitch bait, just absolutely clobbered it. I think this is the bait we need to be throwing right now. You know, shrimp caught us a lot of little fish, but it seems like these bigger fish are really into this little pilchard imitation. Alrighty, I think I'm done for today. We've been out for like 7-8 hours. It's been fun, you know. Didn't land any big fish. Got that one like 26 boat side, and I'll count that for what it is. I'm not gonna lose any sleep losing a fish like that next to the boat, but it was still really cool. This time of year is one of my favorite times to come out and fish because it feels really nice out, but it's also, I think, enjoyable just because of the change of everything, the change of weather, the change of water conditions, and the change of the lures that you get to throw. You throw some similar stuff, but you really get to scale down a lot and you can still catch some bigger fish, and I think it makes it really, really enjoyable. There's also a lot of other species that really fire off this time of year, which we're definitely gonna start tackling into. Just this past week, kind of just been getting my feet wet back into the boat after being gone in the Amazon for 10 days, but it feels good to be home doing the thing. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I appreciate if you do those things, and leave some comments down below what you want to see next, what type of videos you guys want to see, and what you want to see me fish for. That is it for me, guys. Until next time, see ya.